All right, we got the quarterfinal match. Emily Ackerman and Brandon Lane taking on the number 2 seed Jill Braverman and Andrei Daescu. Watch Emily Ackerman. Her shoe is off. They're continuing the point. Daescu is aiming for it. She's like, I better get out in front of it and not let the ball hit that. And then watch this. Daescu out wide, so they win the point with 3 shoes on their side of the court. Impressive. All hail the shoe. Let's see it one more time. She's going to go in, drop it, and then slip. She just gives up. She's like, oh, we're not going to do this, are we? Okay, we're doing this. She literally guards it out in front of it. And then Daescu gives up on it. And then out wide. So Andrei Daescu couldn't hit the shoe there. But would he be able to get a gold medal this weekend with his new partner, Jill Braverman? I can't wait to get into this one. Welcome to the Sorry Not Sorry Pickleball podcast. I'm your host, Chris Callie. This week, we're at the APP Delray Beach Open. Championship court was in a huge stadium. It's a little bit weird if you don't fill it out. Regardless, we had a fun weekend, lots of exciting moments. We're going to talk all about it, but before we do, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel in case you're not already subscribed. Make sure you hit that notification bell too. That way, if I'm ever going live, you get notified and you can come hang out in the live chat. Go ahead and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this weekend. Did you watch any of the APP? Were you tuning into PPA instead? Did you flip back and forth? Did you have like 3 devices like I did? Also, if you have any friends who are into pickleball, but they haven't quite gotten into pro pickleball yet, go ahead and send them this video. Maybe they'll get into it. If you want to help support the show, definitely check out the Etsy store. Lots of great gear you can wear off and on the pickleball court. Lots of comfy things. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into this week's episode.
This is the new and improved forgiveness. Forgiveness is more than saying sorry. I'm sorry. Forgiveness.
I'm not sorry I took the money.
All right, before we get into this week's episode, I got to give a shout out to pickleballcentral.com. Pickleball Central helps support this show, so let's help support them. I mean, we all need gear, like paddles, balls, shoes, nets, apparel, accessories, even pickleball machines. If you want one of those, they got it on here. They got everything. Why would you go anywhere else? They got great pricing. They even give you free shipping if you spend more than $69. Nice. And if you use promo code SNS15, that'll help you out even a little bit more. So definitely go check out pickleballcentral.com. Link is in the description below. Definitely make sure you use SNS15 at your checkout because it helps you save a little bit and it also helps support the show. All right, let's start off with women's doubles. We're going to start here at the semifinal match. We got Simone Jardim teaming up with Allison Harris. They are the number 1 seed coming into this tournament, and they're taking on Millie Rain and Jorja Johnson, the number 1 seed in my heart. All right, so here we go. First point of the game. Simone tries a little drop, then gets eaten up alive. So 7-5 here. Jorja and Millie up by 2. We're gonna get a fun little rally here. Let's get some firefights going. What do we say? Watch this shot from Jorja. She's gonna get all tweaked around. Woo! How did she hit that one? Oh, and then Simone lands it in. Awkward shot. And so here we go, game 1. It is game point for Jorja and Millie. Trying to take this first one away from the number 1 seed. And they're gonna do it. So they win this one 11-6. We're headed to game 2. So 4-2, Simone and Allison Harris are up now in this second game. And look at this. Tracks down the lob. Plays it perfect. Jorja tries to drop it. Allison gives him a lob of her own. And then watch all these resets. Allison Harris is so good at defense. So good. And then Simone, nice reset and into the net. They get the point. So 9-2 here. Simone and Allison Harris really took over in this second game. We get this little fun point. Simone great at dinking out wide, but too wide. Jorja gets the ATP. Oh, but they can't finish. So they get the serve back, looking to close out this game. Just 2 more points to win it. Simone gonna get into a little dink battle. Jorja speeds up. We're back to dinking. And watch this. Simone's gonna reset it for a winner. I love her little dance after. Watch this. Winner and And so game point to get it to a third game. They do it. We're going to 3. So game 3, here we go. And what is a game with Simone if she doesn't end up on the ground trying to swing at the ball? That's like her signature move. Watch this. I wish she hit this. Oh, that would have been sick. So 6-2 here. Millie and Jorja got a sizable lead looking to keep the pressure on. Simone, the veteran, he knows how to approach this the right way. Just resetting it in there, doing a good job. Allison Harris, great teammate on the right side for her. Look at this little firefight. Let's settle things back down. The lob from Simone, not good enough, but reset. She's so good with the resets. She can handle all that. And then Allison Harris trying to drop it in. Gets back to the line. Off the net. Oh, Simone on her back heels. Oh, she can't hang. She just flops. So 8-2 now. Really got their foot on the gas pedal. And watch this point. Honestly, I'm starting to feel like ATPs are not as cool as a defended ATP. Watch this from Allison Harris. Let's go. Read it perfectly. 8-3 now. Millie and Jorja struggling to get any more points here. Simone, nice inside out, aggressive dink. Goes to the middle. Back out to Jorja. Look at that shot from Allison Harris. Let's go. Firefight. They're backing her off, though. Trying to reset it to get back to the line. What a slam from Jorja. Drop. It's eaten up by Allison Harris. She's everywhere. And that one lands. It's like they didn't know. They're like, oh my gosh. Watch this shot one more time. She's going to go out wide. And then on her way back in, she just twirls around thinking she missed it. Gets it right on the line. So here we go. Match point for Jorja and Millie. Looking to seal the deal here. And what a shot from Millie. Cleaned up by Jorja, and they do it. They're headed to the gold medal match. They take down the #1 seed. I guess these seeds are made by past results because I think we all know that Jorja and Millie are probably a better team. All right, so let's go to the gold medal match now. Millie and Jorja, they're taking on Megan Fudge and Jill Braverman. All right, so it's 3-1 here. Millie and Jorja up by 2, and watch this. Jorja is going to get aggressive, but she's going to miss that one and then hits that one right at Jill Braverman. They get the point. Take it to 4-1. I've done this so many times at open play. We're just swing and a miss, except both times I miss. All right, on this point, am I tripping? Watch. Megan Fudge, what is that? Is Megan Fudge a ghost? What is going on? Did you see that? Look at Megan Fudge. What is up with her being see-through? Look at this. I'm seeing the logo in the kitchen through her. What in the world? Is this all fake? Is this just a simulation? Oh, look, there's nothing actually in the kitchen. So it's 8-4 here. Jorja and Millie still up by a decent amount. And Millie loves speeding up, and she's good at it. Attacks the body really well. Got some nice dinking going on. Cross court. Jorja goes middle. And then we're going to see little bit of a firefight off the net and a lob. Tracked down. They did not expect that. And get out of the way, Jill! And now they're just trying to keep them back. Trying the angles. It's not working. What do they got to do? They don't have the power to slam it. They're dropping it well. Jill gets big. Megan Fudge, firefight. Oh, and Jill can't handle it. So 9-7 here. This game is getting tight. Jorja and Millie still got the lead, though. And Jill Braverman playing the left side here. He's going to put it down the line. Trying to go after Millie. Not working. Firefight. Here we go. Off the net. And then Jorja's. Look at that. I mean, you can't hit a better dink than that. I mean, look at this one more time. It looks like it could have hit the bar on the way down. But she took it out of the air. She should have let it bounce. And so here we go. It's 10-7. Game point for Millie and Jorja. Can they take this first game? And they do. They win game 1, 11-7. So game 2, here we go. It is 2-1. Braverman and Fudge are up early. And Jorja trying to attack. And that one lands in. Oh, they got to get back. Who's getting it? Millie does. Jorja puts it right down the middle. Woo, that was a close one. So 3-2. Jorja and Millie up now. They've got the 1-point lead. And watch this. Coming for Jill's face. Luckily, she gets it out of the way. That could have been ugly. So 4-2 here. Now a 2-point lead. Jorja and Millie slowly but surely making their way up. The lob, it's handled by Jorja. And watch this. Jorja just goes off. Get aggressive. And screams. They're pumped. So Braverman and Fudge up big now. It's 9-4. They went on a tear. This game had a little bit of chirping going on between Jorja and Jilly B, which was kind of weird. And also, as much as I love chirping, I just don't like it when Jilly B does it. Ah, like, it's so annoying. Listen one more time.
Millie Rain flipping out.
That's not fun. That's just like annoying. So Jilly B and Megan Fudge, they get it to 10-5. It's game point, and they seal it. So we're going to game 3. So game 3, it's 1-0 here. Millie and Jorja up by just a point. And I'm telling you, Millie is going for Jill Braverman's face. Watch this. Pow. Oh, right in the noggin. She tries to act like she's not hurt. That had to hurt. I'm fine. Yep. So Millie and Jorja ended up actually getting this thing to a tie game. It was 8-8. But right here, Jill and Megan Fudge, they are out ahead 9-8. So still a very close game. And then watch what happens here. Gonna get some dink in. And then we're going to have a shot that goes down the line in a minute. And watch this. Keep an eye on it. What do you think? Was that in or out? Jilly B calls it out. Millie and Jorja think that's in. Let's challenge it. Unlimited challenges in the APP. Kind of. Watch this. I mean, that looks in from that angle. Let's see. I mean, that looks in, right?
The ball was in.
There you go. Good challenge. So this game is super tight. Second serve for Braverman and Fudge. And they're going to make their way up to the kitchen. We'll get some dink in. Anybody going to speed up? Who's going to do it? Great dinking, keeping them back. Aggressive dinks. Good stuff. Nobody's going to fire away. There we go, finally. Oh, back to dinking. Here we go. Then watch what happens. Oh, Jilly thought she had the finisher and then thought she had it there. Millie gets it in. And then Jorja with the slam. They end up getting the serve back. Jilly can't believe it. So they couldn't do anything with the serve. Braverman and Fudge get their serve back. Looking to extend their lead here late in game 3. After some dinking. Watch what happens when the ball gets sped up. Right in Jilly B's face again. I'm telling you, they're aiming for it. I would too. We found our target. Jilly's cheek. So 8-9 here still. Jilly B, Megan Fudge, can they extend their lead to 2? And watch this point. This is just absolutely crazy, especially when you consider it's game 3 and we're a point separated from who's going to take home the gold medal on national TV, nonetheless. CBS Sports Network. Watch what happens here after a lot of dinking. Gonna get nice fired shot. Another speed up. How are they getting these all off balance? We're back to dinking. And then sped up by Jilly B. Oh, and Millie Rain handles it. Jorja finishes. What a point. So 10-8 here. Jorja serve. They really got to take advantage of this. Can't let another moment slip. Jorja's going to finish. They get it to 10-9. 1 point game. Braverman and Fudge, they get the serve back. Match point for them. For the gold medal for women's doubles. Can they pull it off? Megan Fudge hits it so hard that Millie bounces it out. And so Jilly B and Megan Fudge, they do it. They get the gold medal for women's doubles. All right, next let's talk men's doubles. We're actually going to start with the gold medal match. Andrei Daescu and Gabriel Tardio, they're taking on the #1 seed Dylan Frazier and JW Johnson. Real quick before we start too, look at this picture of JW Johnson right here, right by my shoulder. Is that not the most creepy picture? He's like, hey. So game 1, it's 3-2 here. Daescu and Tardio looking to tie this one up at 3. And get a little dink action. Then watch what Tardio does. Right at J-Dub's head. Hits his hat. So Daescu and Tardio got a 1 point lead here. It's 4-3. And what do we think about another body bag against J-Dub? Oh, right in the chest this time. He's getting pummeled. So it's 7-5 here. Daescu and Tardio up by 2. This was probably the craziest point of the match. Watch what happens here. It's going to start off quite standard. Some dinking. Sped up by J-Dub. It's popped up. Daescu tries to slam it. Watch how much power he puts into this. Get by Dylan Frazier. Look, chases it down. He's all the way on the other side of the court. Get back, Dylan. J-Dub covers for him. Dylan hits a shot in. Trying to drop it now. They're playing defense. Daescu trying to keep them back. They get back up to the kitchen line. And then they win it with a shot from Dylan Frazier. What a crazy point. Look how far he runs here. Chases it down. And he's on their bench. So still 7-5 here. Dylan's going to try and drop it in and then runs down another one. But Daescu's there with the earning. So game point for Daescu and Tardio. J-Dub and Dylan trying to fight him off. And watch this. They're going to be successful with it. J-Dub keeping him back. Dylan, inside out shot. J-Dub tries to hit the backhand down the middle. And Dylan Frazier with a wild angle. They keep it alive. So it's 10-9 here. J-Dub and Dylan trying to tie it up. And that one's out of bounds. They do it. They tie it up at 10 here in game 1. So we're tied up at 10. We're going to jump into the middle of this one. Getting into the dink rally. And then watch what happens on this once we get a little speed up action from Daescu off the net, but it's handled. Tardio. Wow. Gets the winner. 11-10 here. J-Dub Dylan trying to tie this thing up at 11. Look at that get from Dylan Frazier. And that one too. Man, Daescu is a great player, but his weakness is his put away power. Amazing hands though. You'd think like the rest of them. And so here we go. Who's going to speed up? Who's going to get the action started? Daescu does. Oh, but he can't handle the return. So 11-11 here. We're going nice and soft. Short balls. And then a speed up from J-Dub, but Tardio counters perfectly. So the score's actually 12-11 here, so it's game point for Daescu and Tardio. Can they pull it off? And they do. They take game 1 against the number 1 seed. Daescu's face is like, yes! Look how serious he is right here. So game 2, we're tied up at 4 apiece here. And watch what happens. We're going to get a little ATP defended for the winner. What a shot. So 8-6 here. Dylan and J-Dub up by just 2 points. Trying to get this to a third game. ATP from Daescu. It's defended. And look at this. J-Dub slams it. So it's 10-6 here. Game point for J-Dub and Dylan. Looking to get this to a third game. That one's off of Tardio. Slammed in by J-Dub. So they do it. They're taking this to 3 games to see who gets the gold medal for men's doubles. So game 3, it is 4-6 here. Dylan and J.W. Johnson. 2-point lead on Daescu and Tardio. And Daescu is going to get aggressive here. Look at all these gets. He's back at the baseline. Gets up to the kitchen line on the run. Let's go. So still 6-4 here. Daescu played great in this third game. Look at this point. Two-handed backhand. Gets aggressive. Great hands. Let's go. So still 6-4 here. Watch this. J-Dub speeds up. Hands battle. Let's go. Back to Dinkin. But then they're going to put in the perfect spot for J-Dub to get the earning right at Gabe Tardio's feet. So 7-4 here. J-Dub Dylan up by 3 points. This game is still close enough. Let's see what happens here. So we got a little dink battle going on. Backhands, cross court. That one gets a little bit high. Dylan speeds up. We're back to dinking. They don't want to get into a hands battle with J-Dub and Dylan. Fastest hands in the West. Let's see what happens. Speeds up. Here we go. Hands battle. Oh, let's go. The flicks. Oh, and Dylan hits it out. Man, what a battle. These rallies were so long. I got to speed through these. Otherwise, it's just a ton of dinking. It'll be like a 3-hour episode. Anyways, let's jump into the middle of this one. It's 9-8. J-Dub. Oh, what a get. Oh, hands. Let's go. J-Dub finishes. So 9-8 here. It's J-Dub and Dylan serve. So they're looking to get it to 10-8. They can score on this. And watch what happens. Can't finish. Overhead. Andrei Daescu takes the overhead. And it ends up screwing them over. I feel like Gabe Tardio, he's got the power. You got to let him take that. So next point. Game point, match point for J-Dub and Dylan for the gold medal for men's doubles. Can they do it? Dylan, dink out wide. Dink in the middle. Oh, he fires right at Andrei. And they get it. So Dylan Frazier, J.W. Johnson, they get the gold medal for men's doubles. How many times does JW say aggressive here?
To pull away.
Yeah, we had to be careful because they have great hands. They like to play really aggressive. But eventually we had to play a little more aggressive because we were playing a little more tentative at first. And then once we started playing more aggressive, we were doing better.
I can't get over this face on JW. Look at that.
So there you have it. Our 2 gold medals.
All right, let's talk mixed doubles. I want to start here just for one highlight in this quarterfinal match. Gabe Tardio and Jorja Johnson taking on Megan Fudge and Johnson Cola. Check this point out. Starts with some dinking, and then we're going to get a lob from Megan Fudge in just a second. And watch what Tardio does. Ready? Tweener. Gets it to land, and then Jorja does all the heavy lifting here. Ready? Pow! They get the point. Nice rally. Jorja and Gabe dominated this match. I mean, look at this second game. They're about to pickle them. And they move on to the semifinal. Check that out. All right, so let's talk about the semifinal match. Jorja and Gabe are taking on JW Johnson and Millie Rain. All 4 of these players are like best friends / relatives. So game 1, it's 2-1 here early on. Just a 1-point lead for Jorja and Gabe. Gosh, I'm reading the scoreboard. I had to remember which Johnson is which. Watch this for Millie Rain. Gets that and resets it perfectly. And then she's going to get another one here. Look at that. Resets.
Come on, Millie Rain, would you stop it?
Killing it. So tight game still. It's 4-3 here. Millie and J-Dub up by just a point. And we're going to get into a little dink rally. Who's going to attack first? Nice aggressive dink there down the line. They're really targeting his backhand. Waiting for it. Lob smashed by Gabe. And then look at that shot from JW Johnson. Just puts it in the corner. So still a 1-point game. But Jorja and Gabe are up now by just a point. And watch this ATP from Jorja. Can't see it, but that's in. Let's see what that looks like. Ready? Ooh, right in the corner. So we were tied at 8, but Gabe and Jorja, they slip away. It's 10-8 here. They got game point, and they do it. Game 1 goes to Gabe and Jorja. So game 2, let's fast forward to 5-5. This game is tight, just like the first one. Watch this. Ernie from Tardio. Too easy. So Gabe and Jorja working with a 2-point lead here. It's 8-6. And watch this. They're going to get a nice little Ernie attempt number 1. How about a second one? Oh, goes inside out. Nice angle. Gets it to 9-6. So 9-6, Millie and J-Dub trying to make their way back into this one. This whole rally was absolutely nuts. Look at that. J-Dub getting big, but goes soft. Back in the middle. Uh-oh. Defends the Ernie. Defends the slam. Millie Rain. Great get. She's out wide. They're keeping it alive. The lob from Jorja. J-Dub lobs it himself so they could get set. J-Dub comes in. Uh-oh. Handles a slam. Tardio with the tweener. J-Dub finishes. What a point. They get it to 9-7. Cut the lead to 2. And so match point for Gabe and Jorja. Can they pull off the upset? They do. So they take this one 11-7. They move on to the gold medal match. All right, let's talk about the other semifinal match. We got Yana Newell. She's teamed up with Will Howells, and they're taking on Jill Braverman and Andrei Daescu. Let's start here. It is 1-0. Yana and Will Howells up, and look at that shake and bake. 5-2 here. Braverman and Daescu up by 3 points. And look at this, Will Howells. Go right after Jilly B. A little Ernie move. So 1-point game now, 5-4. Yana and Will coming back, and look at this. Just going right after Andrei. He's handling everything, though. Will Howells trying to put it down the middle. Jilly gets that one. Playing some good defense. Making their way back up to the kitchen. Jilly attacks, but Will Howells finishes right at her. Still a 1-point game here, and I gotta say, this game was interesting. There was a little bit of chirping, most likely initiated from Jill Braverman, but Yana Newell. She can scream too. So Jill and Andrei starting to pull away a little bit. It's 7-4 here. Look at Will Howells just taking over. Get out of the way, Yana. It's the Will Howells show. And look, he's just going to keep them back. And he's doing a good job of that. He's not going to do a soft little drop shot. He's going to do his best to keep him as far back as possible. And then wait for his opportunity to attack right there with the backhand. fist pump. Very next point. Will Howells coming in hot. Watch this. He's going to hit us with an amazing shot here. Gets the Burt action right at Jilly B. So Will and Yana end up coming back and getting themselves a game point. And look at this. They take game 1. 11-7. Look at this. Will Howells goes for the high five to Jilly B. Denied. So second game, it's 4-0 here. Yana and Will up big. Look at this. Body bag. Take that, Jilly B. So we end up with a game point for Jill and Andrei Daescu. It's 10-6 here. Looking to close out the second game. And watch this. Back on D. Will Howells slamming everything he can with that new proton power. Great speed on these balls. Look at that. Knocks Jilly B over. Andrei just throws it up to try to give him some time. And Will puts it away at a great angle. So they fight him off. So Will and Yana scored a couple of points, but it wasn't going to be enough. 10-8 here. Game point for game 2. Andrei and Jill Braverman pull it off. So we're going to game 3 to decide who's going to the gold medal match. Third game now. 1-0. Daescu and Braverman up by just a point early on here. And watch this. Andrei going to hit the Ernie, but Yana defends it. Puts it in a spot. Jill Braverman almost gets it back, but not enough. So we're tied up at 1-1. Will Howells is going to show everybody why he is in the Premier League for Major League Pickleball. Look at this point right here. All over the place. Puts it in the corner. So 1 point game here. It's 4-3. Look at that shot. Yana goes way out. She's getting the chirping started here in game 3. 5-3 now. Andrei and Jill getting up more and more. But Will, that's his game. Here they come. So here we go, 5-3. Watch this. Andrei is going to hit the Ernie right down the middle. Look at that. Checks his feet. He's good. Here we go. It's 7-3. Jill Braverman, two-handed backhand.
Great spot there.
She is very happy about that. 8-3 now. She is just so loud. So here we go. This one ended up being a bit of a blowout. It's 10-3. Match point for Andrei and Jill, and they seal the deal. They do it. Look at this. Paddle tap for you, Will, but no paddle tap for you, Yana. Sit there. I'm going to leave you hanging. Ouch. All right. Now let's go to the gold medal match. We got Gabe Tardio teamed up with Jorja Johnson, and they are going to take on Andrei Daescu and Jill Braverman. So we'll fast forward to 5-1. Jorja and Gabe up by 4 points here. Looking good to start off this first game. And look at this. They are just going to keep Andrei and Jill back. Andrei getting some amazing gets. Placing them right in there. Trying to make his way back up. Gabe drops it. Andrei gets it. We're going to start dinking now. Here we go. And you're going to see a speed up come from Jorja in a second. There we go. And she finishes. The 1-2 punch. Looking good. 8-5 here. Just a 3-point lead for Gabe and Jorja. And check this point out. This was a crazy rally. They're going to start by moving up to the kitchen after playing some defense. Look at Andrei get aggressive attack. Jorja hanging with it, though. Hitting all the resets. They're back up at the baseline. Get out of the way, Jorja. Gabe trying to drop. Look at Jilly B. Hits the Ernie. And then watch her next shot. Little 360 shot. Oh, and Gabe steps in the kitchen. What a point. Look at this. Ernie. She's like, oop, did I step in? No, I think I'm good. And then she hits the next shot. 360. So it ends up being game point for Jorja and Gabe Tardio. And look at this. Nice angle on the dink there by Jill Braverman. Gonna try and slam it off the net. Back to dinking. Attack from Jilly B. She's down on the ground resetting. That's her move. Look at her. Just playing on the ground there. They're gonna try and attack her. They go the other way and finally put it away. So Jorja Johnson and Gabe Tardio, they take game 1 here in the gold medal match. So game 2, we're at 2-0. Jill and Andrei are up, but Gabe is going to do something about that. Ernie. So 1 point game here. It's 3-2. Jill and Andrei up. And we get a fun little rally here. How about a nice hands battle? Let's get everybody involved, shall we? Who's going to speed up first? Who is it? Who is it? Paulian. There we go. Look at Gabe. Flicking. Madness. 4-2. How about another hands battle? Do we want another one? Let's see it. This is a good matchup here for that. Let's get into it. Who's going to speed up? Take your guess. Who is it? Oh, there we go. Andrei does. And then let's keep going. Who's going to win it? Oh, Gabe finishes. There we go. So still 4-2 here. And how about a nice ATP from Jill Braverman? Look at that. Nice shot. 1 point game. Jorja and Gabe are up by a point. It is 5-4. We get some nice dink in, getting a lot of movement. Gabe goes down the line with his dink. Switches it up to the women. And then all of a sudden, get a little firefight. Back to dinking. And then watch this. ATP from Jilly B. Something to see. Couldn't play D. EFG. So 10-8 here in game 2. It is Jorja and Gabe serve. Trying to come back. Look at that. Little battle. Here we go. Slam. Look at that get from Jilly B. And look at this one. Right on the line by Andrei. How are they keeping these in? Trying to make their way back to the kitchen so they can get in a good position. And Jilly B attacks. Here we go. Hands battle. Andrei finishes. So game point now, it's 10-9 for Andrei and Jill. And they are going to seal the deal here. So we're going to a game 3 to decide who gets this gold medal. Let's do it. So 0-0 here, game 3. Starting off early. How about we get a little Ernie action right onto Jorja's feet. So 2-1 here. Jorja and Gabe up by just a point. Watch this. We are going to get an ATP from Gabe. Nice shot. Two-hand backhand ATP. So Gabe and Jorja starting to run away with this. It's 4-1 here. And look at this. They just go right after Jilly B. Jorja's got to hop over the kitchen. 6-1 now. Big lead for Gabe and Jorja. This is their game to lose at this point, right? Look at this. We are going to get another fantastic hands battle. Let's go. Who's going to finish? Okay. There we go, Jorja. She comes out on top. 7-1 now. So Andrei and Jilly B, they're starting to make their way back into this. It's 7-5 here. Gabe and Jorja serve, and look at this shot from Jorja. Puts it right over there. No man's land. So Gabe and Jorja got a 4-point lead. It is 9-5. Looking to get it to 10-5. Can they do it? Gabe hits the Ernie. They get it to a match point. And so it ends up being 10-7, but Andrei and Jill Braverman could not come all the way back. And look at this. Gabe and Jorja, they take the gold medal for mixed doubles. All right, let's talk men's singles now. We're going to start here at the gold medal match. We got J.W. Johnson, and he's taking on Chris Hayworth. So let's fast forward. Hayworth up by a point. It's 12-11 here. Look at that shot. Hits the corner. Gets it to 13-11. Don't forget, this is rally scoring. And we're playing to 15. Ends up getting it to 16-15. We got some extra pickle here. And on game point, Chris Hayworth gonna rock J-Dub's body. And he puts it in the net. So he takes game 1. So game 2, here we go. Look at this. Nice shot. Backhand from Hayworth. Ends up getting it to 3-1. And look at this. Hayworth is just hitting all the shots. He is a tennis player. He's got that new Babolat paddle. I mean, he's just hitting all the shots. What is J-Dub supposed to do? He's got the angle there. 7-1 now. 11-9 here, and he's going to just keep doing the same thing. Look at that. Figured it out. And so here we go. Game 2. It's game point for Chris Hayworth. And he nails it. So Chris Hayworth takes the gold medal for men's singles. All right, next up, we got women's singles. We're going to go to Judith Castillo. She's taking on Megan Fudge. Classic APP matchup. All right, so here we go. We'll start with it at 3-0. Castillo up. We're going to get a nice rally back at the baseline. Nobody wants to make a move to the kitchen until Castillo does. Here she goes off the net, though. And she recovers. She's staying up there. Megan Fudge works her way up and just puts one right on the line. Great shot. So 10-5 here. Castillo got a 5-point lead. And look at this rally. Puts it in the corner. He's up at the kitchen. Little cat and mouse. Not even. Can't hang. What a shot from Castillo. So Castillo's got game point now. 14-6. She's really blowing Megan Fudge out of the water. Megan Fudge is going to keep fighting. Look at this. She's able to put one away. Gets it to 14-7. So here we go. Game point for Judith Castillo. She's going to put one off to the side, and Megan Fudge hits it out of bounds. So she takes game one. So 6-4 here. Just a 2-point lead for Castillo. And look at this. We're going to go left side. How about to the right side? Puts it in right on the line for Castillo. Gets it to 7-4. So match point for Castillo here. It's 14-6. She is crushing it in this game. This whole match, she crushed it. Look at this. Pops it up right there. Hangs on that one. Hangs on that one. And Megan Fudge hits it out of bounds. What a final point to win it. Judith Castillo has been crushing lately. She is so happy. All right, well, that's going to wrap up our coverage of the APP Delray tournament. But before we head out of here, we are going to play a quick game of Partner Body Bag Winner Off the Net.
Partner Body Bag Winner Off the Net. Partner Body Bag Winner Off the Net. Leia Jansen Winner Off the Net. Tyson McGuffin Winner Off the Net. Haley Waters Body Bag. James McDonald Body Bag. Sorry Not Sorry Winner Off the Net. Sorry Not Sorry. Partner.
All right, Partner Body Bag Winner Off the Net, the game where I'm giving 3 people in the pickleball world, and I got to decide who I'd partner with, who I'd body bag, and who I'd hit a winner off the net with. Basically like marry, kiss, kill. You might have played that as a kid, except it's pickleball style. All right, so the 3 names this week are number 1, Jill Braverman. Number 2, Will Howells. And number 3, Chris Hayworth. All right, so who do I want to partner with? Who do I want to body bag? And who do I want to hit a winner off the net against? Easily gonna body bag Jill Braverman. I mean, I don't know what it is. She's the only person who chirps, and I just am not a fan of it. Not in like some snobby, like, oh, you need to be respectful for the children watching. I think it's just because it's not funny chirping. Like watching Brendan French chirp at the PPA this last weekend, that was funny. Watching Julian Arnold chirp, that could sometimes be funny, but it also annoys people, and that is kind of funny. I don't know. I guess it's just so cringy to me. I can't take it. So I'm definitely body bagging her. And then I think I'm going to partner with Will Howells. I think he's really great. He's a good doubles partner. Chris Hayworth is just kind of good at singles. I'm going to hit a winner off the net against Chris Hayworth. So there you have it. I'm going to partner with Will Howells. I'm going to body bag Jilly B. And I'm going to hit a winner off the net against Chris Hayworth. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this week's episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel in case you're not already subscribed. Make sure you hit that notification bell too. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely go check out the PPA recap I did this week. Also, you don't want to miss the live debate I did. We had Jane from Obsessed with Pickleball. We had Ben from Real Clear Stats. And we got Jim Kloss coming in. I know a lot of people don't want to hear Jim Kloss talk about anything pickleball related or anything for that matter. But, I mean, like, if you don't like somebody, well, let's see how bad their ideas were. It was really fun. Jane went kind of hard at Jim Kloss, so that was fun to see the back and forth. Ben is always coming in with awesome stats, stuff you would never even think about or never even know. So definitely make sure you check out this episode. It was a good one. Also, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this episode. What did you think about this weekend in APP? Did you watch any of the APP? Or were you too busy watching PPA? If you want to help support the show, definitely check out the Etsy store. Not only are you going to end up with some great gear for off and on the pickleball court, but you help support the show, and I'd be really appreciative of that. All right, so that's going to do it. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. We will see you back next week. We're going to do an episode on the PPA Houston event. So we'll see you then. Take care.
Forgiveness is more than saying sorry. I'm sorry. Forgiveness